Once there lived a farmer in a village. He used to go to his farm daily and do his farming activities. One day he was digging the farm with his son to prepare it for sowing the seeds for coming monsoon. All of a sudden, he found a big pot in the farm. He took the pot out and he wondered.
What that pot will be used for?
So he just kept the pot aside and started his usual activities again. During his lunch time, his son kept the spade in that pot while they were eating. When they finished their lunch, the farmer was surprised to see that his spade was multiplied to more than one spade in that pot. They were really surprised. The farmer said to his son,
We just brought one spade. How did one spade become more than one spade?
I don't understand. I just kept one spade in this pot.
This must be something to do with the pot.
He took away the spades out and took up a stone from nearby and put in that pot. Then what they looked inside the pot.
Oh, Papa looked at many stones instead of one single stone.
Then they realized that the pot was magical. So the farmer brought the pot back home and told to his wife and daughter about the pot. They kept the pot in seal From that day on, the farmer's family used the pot for satisfying their greed.
Look my dress. I want new one.
Okay.
So, whenever they wanted cloth, they put a piece of cloth and got enough of cloth for them to make new clothes. Whenever they felt hungry, they put a fruit and got more than one fruit back from the pot. That's why generally they becoming rich, but the farmer and his family was very honest. They never used the magic pot for satisfying their greed. However, their neighbor noticed that this farmer is getting richer and richer every day. So the neighbor tried to find out the secret of his richness. So one day his neighbor stood outside his window and peeping into the house of this farmer to find out what this farmer is doing. That time the farmer kept a little spoon of milk inside the pot and took out a liter of milk from the pot.
we have understood this magical pot is giving him all the richness. I think I should steal the pot.
No, you should not steal the pot.
Yes, you should not.
So this wicked and envious neighbor decided to steal this pot from this farmer. That night itself, the neighbor stole the pot from the farmer's house and took it to his own house. He was very eager to find out the magic of the pot. But before that, he wanted to find out if there is anything inside the pot. So, he kept his hand in the pot, but obviously there was nothing in the pot. But to his surprise, when he took his hand out, he realized that now he had more than one hand to his body.
Oh my God! What happened with my hand?
So next day, when he come out of his house, the villagers were really scared because they thought that he is some kind of demon with more than one hand on one side and one hand on other. So the villagers started stoning him and drove him away.
It's mean this man must have stolen my pot from my house and must have put his hand into the pot.
So the moral of the story is, don't be envious of anyone and never ever steal things from anyone.